Hello, Mel here with my video blog series Show Up to Grow. I had to take a little hiatus because I chose one of the most challenging months of my life to decide to do a daily blog posting challenge for myself, and I've actually been out of the UK. Um, anyway, I have titled this one, which was Day 14 Mistakes. Ironically, it was a mistaken post uh, because I thought I had scheduled the post so that I could kind of go to sleep and then it would be posted in UK time. I woke up and it wasn't. So, oh well, first mistake. But actually, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. I am being as faithful as I possibly can to my task that I've set for myself. I haven't prepared 30 days worth of posts in advance. At the most, they're like 10 hours in advance, and I'll write it before I've been going to bed and then schedule it for the next morning if I know that I'm going to be up early and not able to write. Otherwise, I'm trying to spend 15 minutes to half an hour just writing daily, and it's quite a good process for me to reflect. So I started this because I know there is no ideal time to undertake a new challenge, and I've just kind of gone, do you know what? I'm just going to do it now. There's no right time. Why not now? When? Otherwise, when? Just gonna keep waiting and waiting, and just gonna keep putting it off. So it's definitely not the perfect time. But the beauty of trying something new in midlife, in my 40s, is now I am no longer weighed down by the burden of instant success. Goodbye, instant success. I know the first time I do something is definitely not going to be my best attempt. So there's a lot of acronyms for that, like FAIL, FAIL, first attempt in learning. Commonly use that as in teaching because it's PG. Although I do prefer Brené Brown's FFTs, as in effing first times, or TFT, terrible first time, if you need a PG version. So I do give myself permission for the first few attempts are not going to be my best. And actually, having that mindset has really changed the way that I approach a task at all. And now I'm working on kind of removing that expectation, like the weight of that expectation for other people as well. So back in 2020, I was setting up a business Royal Mail click and drop account. And I really needed that for the next step for Roller Girl Gang because I had been packing parcels, walking to the post office, queuing to have the processing done, and then manually entering every single, it was like a 12 character tracking number every day into the website. And there had to be a better way because it was taking me 5 to 6 hours once I got the kind of method streamlined. Before that, it was 8. And by the time all the post was done, I still had an email inbox that was full to bursting, and I'd still committed to delivering some Zoom sessions. So I did need to find a better way. And I felt like at the time, click and drop from Royal Mail would be the answer to all my problems because it automated a lot of things. However, it was the pandemic. We were in lockdown, and Royal Mail were not able to provide the same level of support that they would have done previously. So apparently, outside of lockdown, an actual Royal Mail representative, a human person, would come to the new account holder's place of work, because actually setting up the system and configuring this little label printer, it's the neatest bit of equipment, but also a pain in the ass. Nothing about that is straightforward. But we were in a pandemic, we were in a lockdown, so I could not have that level of service, and instead I had a chat on the phone for about an hour. So you can imagine that every possible mistake that I could have made, I made. Every single problem. My problems were like further exacerbated because the Royal Mail click and drop system did not fully integrate with the website builder that I had at the time. So that was extra fun as well. So I've like learned stuff that you didn't even know that you needed to know about when you kind of start this. So yeah, I mean, I had all the technical issues from trying to upload a spreadsheet, not realizing that like one specific thing I'd failed to put in, so the whole thing would fail. I forgot that the printer was printing like a smaller size paper, 6x4 inches. It wasn't A4 size, so trying to configure that so that it would print the right thing. Then we had like volume of orders, which was 4 to 5 times more than now that we've got a shop open, and on a busy day, you know, it might be like 60-ish packages. Now we're kind of, you know, 10 maybe per day. So it was a lot. And then there was like human error. So I would mislabel orders. That was an issue. I mean, thankfully, very patient people, and not too often that I got the labels on the wrong way around. So it was very frustrating. It was expensive for me to fix, but I have to accept that it's part of the learning. And then orders that went outside of the UK had the electronic customs declaration forms. Thanks, Brexit. And that took even longer to get right. And then one day, it worked. It worked first time. I pulled the order information off. I transferred it to the spreadsheet. I put it into the click and drop portal. I weighed all the packages. I lined them up in order on my kitchen floor, scanned all the barcodes, bagged them, and manifested the whole batch. Just FYI, manifesting in Royal Mail speak is not the spiritual manifestation. It means creating the paperwork so that the post office collection person is able to scan that. So the mail got collected on time, and it had finally taken me less time than the day before. So at that point, I was able to like write down a step-by-step protocol, which you might think already existed. Not in like Royal Mail speak, it did not. And I was able to train someone else to help. And actually, we needed that protocol for our system anyhow, because it didn't integrate fully. Anyway, so if we know the first time of doing something is so challenging, and we expect the first time to be so challenging, why do we hold on to this expectation that we're going to put roller skates on and we're going to know what to do straight away? Allow ourselves time to mess up over and over and over until our body learns what to do that is right, and then we're fine. That's how it should be. Come on, everyone. We got this.